Do you have one of these cleaning brushes made by Dishmatic and you're sick of spending $9 or more on a pack of 6 refills, especially when these only last 2 to 3 weeks? Well, if that's the case, then stick around and I'll show you how to save some money. So these have a removable sponge which just slide off, and you dispose of that in the bin and you replace it with a new head, and they just slip on. They're quite easy to use and they're convenient. If you like the convenience, maybe don't bother with this because it's slightly inconvenient, but in the long run, if your goal is to not spend $9 on a packet of these, then you need to watch how I solve this problem. So essentially, this is 3 weeks use, and it's almost ready for the bin. They don't last very long at all, and that's a design flaw, that I believe they've purposely put into this, so that way you keep buying more. And at $9 a pop for something that lasts 3 weeks, that's 3, 6, 9, 18 weeks there for $9, it's just not environmentally friendly or cost effective. Especially when you consider that 3 of them have the same amount of space as one of these pads here. Well, maybe a little bit more, but essentially the same. And this costs $4.50 for 3 of them, and this is, not even $1. I think I bought this 4-pack here for maybe $3. So, how do you save money by using these instead of these? Well, it's quite simple. When you have one of these and you've used it and it's old, you essentially just pull the sponge off the board there, that plastic piece, and you want to keep that plastic piece. So by pulling it off, you'll end up with this piece here. We'll just call this the shoe. So I've used this shoe before using the sponge basically glued to it, and it worked great until the glue came off, but that was my problem because it was not a very good glue job that I did on it. But essentially, how you can save money is by getting one of these sponges and cutting 2 slots in it to make 3 sponges. So you'll essentially have 3 of these, like this. It's quite easy. Just use a pair of scissors and you cut them out. And then here comes the hard part. You've got to glue the sponge to the shoe, like that, and essentially make yourself a replacement for one of these. And that's where something like this, a glue stick, hot glue gun, glue stick, whatever you want to call them, that uses these glue sticks and it just melts them, is very handy. So all you need to do is heat up your glue gun and try not to get glue all over your kitchen bench and then stuck to your fingers, because it does kind of burn you. But anyway, you just get your shoe, clean off any of the existing glue that's on there, just to get yourself to a nice clean state. Now this has got old glue, like I said before, and I'll try to pick this off, but it's not going anywhere. So if it's not going to come off the shoe, it's not going to come off the shoe when I put glue on it and then glue it to the sponge. So essentially you just apply the glue just along there, and let me just put another glue stick in this. There we go. So you just put 2 lines of glue on the shoe, get your sponge and stick it on. Now I like to press that down. Oh, that is hot glue coming out of that little hole in the sponge, but that's okay. Alright, just for a few seconds, and there we go. It certainly doesn't look as professional as one of the store-bought ones, but if you're only getting 3 weeks out of one of these pads, you probably will get maybe 2 months out of one of these. Now, when one came apart with the glue, it was just coming apart at the end. And I did re-glue it, but the sponge was wet, so it didn't set properly. So I had to give up on that one. But I got well over a month out of the one sponge before it came off and I threw it out. So you will save a ton of money buying these. And these sponges are a good design, but if they just lasted a little bit longer, this has been on there for 2 weeks, you can see they just fall apart. So if they did last a bit longer, then it would be worth it, and I wouldn't be doing this hack to be able to save money. But 10 or nearly $10 Australian for a 6-pack of them. That's just not sustainable. Considering when you could buy one of these for $2, it seems like a good idea at the time, but when you get to the refills, it's just too expensive. So we'll just pop this on here and you can see the difference. So this is the original one. It looks nice, I'll give them that. And now we'll swap it over for the fake one. And there we go. Got ourselves a nice sponge. That should last a month or more, and for a fraction of the cost. So remember, with these, with your old sponges, throw out the sponge, but just pull it off. They just literally just rip off of it. Let me try it on this one, it's a bit older. Literally you can just rip them off, so they're pretty easy to do and glue them on, and that's how you can save a ton of money when you're replacing your own sponges on these dishmatic refill kits for the dishmatic dishwasher liquid sponge. And there's no issues with the water coming through. This is a brand new sponge. You just pump this a few times. You can see the liquid's going through the hole in the center there, and it's going on the sponge. And once that sponge has got a bit of water in it, that'll obviously help a bit. And you can see the soap coming out of it. So it doesn't affect the performance of the sponge at all, and it works, in my opinion, just as well, if not better, and lasts longer. Right, so thanks for watching this video, and hopefully you've enjoyed this hack. Leave a comment if it's helped you, and I'll catch you later. Bye.